Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we've got another Top 5 Tuesdays for you today, and we've got my top 5 favorite brushes, the brushes I cannot leave home without, the brushes I always pack with me, the brushes I use pretty much every time I put on my makeup. So if you're interested in hearing what my top 5 favorite makeup brushes are, then just keep on watching. Alright, before we jump into the content of this video, I just want to ask you, I feel like when I put an intense highlight the corner of my eyes, which I did today, I hope you can see that, I feel like it makes me look cross-eyed. What do you think? Please let me know down below. Alright, so let's just get the obvious out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way. The Tom Ford bronzer brush. I love this brush. You knew this was going to be in my top 5. I love it. It is a beautiful brush. It is so comfortable on the skin. It just feels like a facial massage. I've talked about that as well. But it really just is a great brush. It lays product down really nicely and it blends it out really nicely. It's great. And for as big as it is, I was always concerned that I wouldn't be able to get, you know, like my contour, my bronze where I want it to be. But it actually is very, very good. It's like a very controlled big brush, if that makes any sense. So Tom Ford bronzer brush, if you have not gotten it yet, get it. Get it. Next up I have the Hourglass, I believe it's called like the Vanish Seamless Foundation Brush. I will put the proper name up on the screen right now. But this is the brush that came out with the Vanish stick foundation that Hourglass came out with, which I really love as well. But this brush, I love it. I use this every time I put on foundation, liquid foundation, and it just blends it in really, really nicely. And that Chanel brush that comes with the Sublimage foundation in the jar is very similar to this. It's not quite as good as this one because this one is a little bit more dense. The bristles are a little bit shorter, so I feel like it really works the product in. The handle is comfortable. Again, this is another brush that's very beautiful to look at as well. And yeah, it's just a great foundation brush. It's like a kabuki style, dense, but it's domed, so it's not like just like chopped off. It's slightly domed and it's slightly angled. So it's just super comfortable to use, and it's worked with just about every foundation that I have. I use this brush. So the Hourglass something brush. Again, I'll put it up on the screen. Next up is a brush that I've had for a gazillion years. And in fact, this was probably one of the first nice brushes that I got. This is the Giorgio Armani blender brush. And when Giorgio Armani first came out, Pat McGrath was the creative director for the brand. And she developed those fluid shears, which we all know and love. And I believe this brush came out for the foundation and also for those fluid shears. And at least that's what the makeup artist at the counter that I went to and purchased this, that's what he used to apply the fluid shear on my face. So anyway, I purchased this brush at that point, and I can swear it's like at least 15, how old am I? At like 15 years ago. I just absolutely love this brush. So this is one of the original Armani brushes. This has sable hair. They make the same style of brush, but now they've switched over to synthetic hairs, which are white. But I was just at the Armani counter at the Neiman Marcus, and I was telling her about how I love this brush and how it's been with me for so long and how it's still like perfect. And she told me that Trish McEvoy actually has a brush very much like this one that uses I believe sable hair, the same type of hair. So she said if you ever need a backup, get the Trish McEvoy one, and I'm going to go ahead and link that brush down below if you would like. I'll also link the current style of this brush if you like the white synthetic bristles. But this is such a good brush. This is, I love blending in under eye concealer. It's a brush that is has just enough give. It's not too floppy, you know, it's not like a powder brush. But it's not too short where I feel like you're just sort of stabbing yourself. This is just kind of dense, it's flat, and it works beautifully for concealers that maybe are a little bit heavier, maybe that need a little bit more help than just your finger tapping it in, like a pot concealer. This is just awesome. It is also great for the fluid shears if you want to just place it, you know, where you want to highlight, down your nose, tops of your cheekbones. It's just a great sort of precise brush for cream products. It's lovely. So this is the blender brush from Armani. This other brush you see me use all the time, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A28, no, I lie, the A23 brush. This is the highlighter brush, and I love this for highlighting. I'm not a fan of the fan brushes. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of like working highlighter into my skin a little bit more. So this allows me to kind of use it like a fan brush, and then I can work it into the skin. And I feel like, I don't know, I kind of like highlighter that way. I don't like it just sort of sitting on top. So this brush is great for that. It has a nice long handle, so you can use it really, really lightly if you hold it at the end, sort of like a fan brush. The bristles are fairly long. I believe they're synthetic. They're fairly long. They fan out just a little bit. It's just great, and it's not the softest brush in the world. So with all of those sort of harder baked formulas out there, this picks up the product really, really well. So that's why I like this one. A lot of times brushes are they're just too soft that you can't, you know, you're just trying to get product and nothing happens. So anyway, the A23 Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter brush. And then last but not least, I had to mention a Wang GOSS eye brush, and this is the number 18, and this is what it looks like. I happen to like blending shadow brushes that are pinched, so not completely round. I mean, I use the completely round ones, obviously those are great just for blending out, but these I really like because when I apply eyeshadow, I really like to pat it on first and then blend out, and I feel like this is great for the patting and blending. It's got a great shape, you know, it's slightly curved, and I like how the bristles, again, almost like the Anastasia, they're very soft, but they're not too soft. They pick up product really nicely, and they hold product, so there's a nice density to the bristles also. So it holds the product, so, you know, as you're patting it on, of course, like where you first put down your brush, you're gonna have the most product, but this seems to dispense it in a nice way. It's not like you're just putting it all on with the first dab and then you have nothing left. This seems to kind of control the output of the product really nicely. So the Wang GOSS number 18 brush. So those were my 5 picks. I had a lot more. So Mona actually picked this particular topic for this week, and I thought, oh, brush, that's easy. You know, I don't use that many. I use a lot. You know, when you sit down and actually examine what you do and what you use and what you reach for when you put your makeup on, I use a lot of brushes. So this is really whittled down, and I really could have done a nice top 10 list. But this is a top 5, and these are the ones that I would grab if the dead rise and we have a zombie apocalypse. This is what I would pick as I'm running out the door. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please let me know what your favorite brushes are. I love to experiment with brushes, and in fact, when I do my VIB sale haul, you will see that I picked up a lot of brushes. So please subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.